This is the Swiss cottage where we have little concerts and things, but today we've been cleaning out the loft and getting rid of some stuff and clearing some space. Well, over the years I've bought lots of t-shirts, but you know what happens to t-shirts? They go baggy and out of shape and they start to smell a bit. So of course you just throw them away, except that I only buy t-shirts when they're of great significance to me, and I certainly don't want to throw them away, but today is the day when that's going to have to happen. So before they go, I'm just going to record them for posterity. That's the Isle of Wight Festival, just a few years ago now, where I was privileged to see Amy Winehouse performing with the Rolling Stones, one of the top musical highlights of my career. This was the first show we ever put on in the Swiss cottage, Les Chalets, which is Tom Brosseau and Angela Correa. I think they're from New York, and it was a beautiful evening. South San Gabriel, one of my favourite bands. I live in hope that we might get them to play in the Swiss cottage one day, but their agent puts almost impossible obstacles in the way. This one isn't a band, but memories of a fantastic holiday in Canada a few years ago. That's from Lake Louise. I had to buy that because I got so sweaty walking up the path to the top of the mountain, the tea shop up there, that I had to buy another t-shirt, otherwise I would have got pneumonia. And that's Moraine Lake, another lake nearby. Beautiful stuff. This is the Bottom Line in New York. I needed to go there just because it was so famous, and I saw Kim Simmons of Savoy Brown. One of my favourite bands of all time from Denton, Texas, Centro-Matic, which is an alter ego actually for South San Gabriel, which we saw a moment ago. This one has got to be one of the rarest t-shirts I have. That's Polly Jean Harvey and John Parrish. I brought that at the Fleece in Bristol, where I think I'm right in saying we saw them 2 nights running. And that John always hates that t-shirt because he does look rather strange in it, and also it's not very good quality actually, but I treasure it. Antone's, last year they've moved Antone's to another part of Austin, and I don't know what's happened to it, but it used to be the greatest blues bar. Here's another Glastonbury t-shirt. We used to go every year. I used to write about it for the daily paper that they brought out there. That was Glastonbury 1995. A couple of Britpop legends now. I know it's not fashionable to like them, but I used to love Sleeper, and I particularly used to love Echo Belly. Now this is from a holiday in Ireland that we did a long time ago. I'm just going to zoom in. Look at that lineup, please. Sort of 2/3 of the way down the bill on the first day we have Kylie Minogue, and we have Blur and the Stone Roses headlining. I have to say it was one of the best festivals we've ever been to. It was in Cork, and that's the day I got my earpiece pierced, and it's been pierced ever since. I blame the Guinness. Oh, a band that I have wonderful memories of. Bit in the same way as Talk Talk, they kind of just disappeared from the scene and remain just a distant memory. That's Glastonbury 98, and this one is the only bootleg I think of the whole lot. That's a PJ Harvey one. I think I got it after a gig in London with guys standing outside with them on the pavement. It's terrible really, isn't it? But I used to wear it a lot. That is a Glastonbury t-shirt, but it doesn't say what year it was. Maybe some of you know. Another of my heroes now, Robin Hitchcock. Always did great t-shirts, mainly designed, in fact always designed by him. That was when he was touring the Respect album, a kind of major label album that did really well. And there's another one. I've probably got loads more in other places. This is probably, yes it is the rarest. It's Automatic Domini, John Parrish, Polly Harvey's band. They probably only made about 10 of these, so that one's not going to the dump. Our dear friends from Bournemouth, the soul band, The Agency, they didn't make many of these either, I don't think. This was bought in Portsmouth at the Guildhall, where REM were on the Green Tour with the Blue Aeroplanes, one of the greatest double bills there's ever been. NME used to sponsor the beer mugs or cups at Glastonbury, and I loved that one, Swiggers with Attitude. And another Glastonbury here, 97. This one's a bit curious until you look on the back. In fact, it's Tanya Donnelly, who we saw at the Pyramids in Portsmouth. And another one, I wish this was an original, from the 70s, Soft Boys, but in fact it was from their tour that they did probably about 10 years ago now, where we put them on at the railway. And finally, it's got a long story attached to it, but I don't think I can be bothered to tell it. But this was when I saw Steve Winwood in Luxembourg when I was on a school trip, in fact in charge of a school trip, and I enjoyed it so much that I ended up getting back to the youth hostel too late and getting into a lot of trouble for it. Well, I've now decided I don't think I'm going to throw any of them away. After all, they're going to go back in the bin liner and back in the attic, unless anybody thinks they might be worth something, in which case please contact me. Bye.